Hello. Can you see that? The sneaky blighters. They've snuck one in. The cheeky, sneaky blighters. Look at that. Well, that makes me happy. That confirms to me that we're going to see all of the grounds being built. I wish I could get over there. Hey guys, welcome back to Sim UK. Just taking a quick swig of lemonade there. I'm literally carrying straight on from the last video. The only reason I've broken these up is because, the last video was like 40 minutes long. If I did this one as well, you're looking at like an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe a bit more than that. And that just seems like too much. So I split it up, but put both videos up at the same time so you can watch them in any order that you like. Okay, so we don't need to take a break. We are an hour early. Look at this. We've arrived at 10 past 10. We're not supposed to leave here until 11:07. So on the way in the previous episode, we nearly took a detour. Let me get back into the game here. Whoa, steady on. Actually, let's get these guys on board, and then I'll do the map thing. Does the bus have no luggage compartment? Yes, it does. And I'm almost certain that I opened that. Did I lock it? Oh, there we go. There we go. Alrighty then. Oh, that's why people hadn't walked off. They were waiting for their luggage. Alrighty.
Ciao, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Sehr freundlich.
Ciao.
Ciao, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Auf geht's.
Auf geht's.
Hallo,
Auf geht's. Let's go.
Danke sehr.
Dankeschön. Hello, madam. Danke. Hello, floppy hat lady. You would like to go to Konstanz. Well, luckily for you, that is where we're going. We might have a slight detour. But I don't know. I don't know if we can manage it. We're an hour ahead of schedule, so we've got some time to play with. Hello there. Hello dear. Hello Konstanz. Of course you can go with us to Konstanz. Sehr freundly. Hello. Yes, madam. There we go. Thank you, Sin. Right, let's get the doors closed. There we go. And in fact, let's jump on board. Shut the door. Fight our way into the seat. Just check that we've got everybody on board. We do. Fan-dabbly dozy. Let's look at the map. See now, look. This is what I'm thinking. We've got an hour. We're an hour ahead of schedule, okay? Now, that's quite a long route round there, but is it that much longer than this? Does that add an hour to the journey? I'm not sure that it does. So what I'm thinking, guys, is I'm going to swing back to München, and we're going to see if that is the football ground. We're going to see if it's there. I can't think of the name of it, which is really annoying me. I cannot think of the name of the football ground. It's not coming. I'm sorry. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a slight detour. And it would be nice if they allowed us to add waypoints on the map. I've said this a few times, but definitely that's the next thing we need in terms of maps, is a waypoint finder. Did that? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. No, okay. For a minute there, I thought it had opened on where we were. That's new, isn't it? How long's that been there? That's interesting. And again, I think depots are an important part of what's coming, because you're going to have maintenance. You're going to have to keep your buses clean. You're going to have to fix them before they break down. Lots and lots of really cool stuff coming. Right, we're going to go down here to München and see what we can see. So let's start the announcement.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen.
Weird that light stays on,
Wir
isn't
freuen
it?
uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser
Right,
heutiges
whilst they're
Reiseziel
distracted by
verfolgen.
that,
Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar
I'm going to put the bus
Hinweise.
in gear and we're
Auch
going to
bei
go.
uns im Bus gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb während der gesamten Fahrt an. In den Sitztaschen vor euch.
Oh, what has
findet ihr
happened
unsere
here?
Bordkarte mit weiteren
This crazy guy has knocked the...
Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot. Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren
knocked the lamppost
Anstiegsbereich.
over.
Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt
You're a
sich
tough
einfach
lady.
in unser WLAN
You are
ein.
a tough lady.
Reisetipp fürs Internet.
Nobody
Schaut
and
doch
nothing
auf
gets in
unserer
your way.
Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer
Right,
Sitze sind
so basically,
mit Steckdosen
guys, we are
ausgestattet
going
und
to
entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer
hit this
Smartphone
flipping
die
truck
gesamte
if we're not
Fahrt nutzen.
careful.
Wenn ihr eure nächste Fahrt auch gleich
Saikan.
wollt, holt euch einfach unsere App und profitiert
Which
von
is
exklusiven
Fernbus for Scania.
Auf FlixBus.de
case you
stehen
didn't know.
täglich brandaktuell alle Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen
So
wir
yeah,
unseren
basically we're
Service
going to
weiter
head all the way up
verbessern.
here to the
Für
motorway,
Feedback zu eurer Fahrt
and
nutzt bitte den
instead of
Fragebogen, den wir euch
turning
in die
left and going
Wir
to...
danken für eure
Oh
Aufmerksamkeit
crap,
und
I forgot to start journey. Bum. And now it's stuck on take a break, which is a bit weird.
wünschen
Anyway,
eine entspannte Fahrt.
so rather than going to Konstanz, turning left and going to Konstanz, we're going to turn right and go to
Hello
München
and welcome to
and,
FlixBus. We're glad
and
to
see
have
what
you
that
on board
colour
so
changing
that we
thing
can
is.
get you to your favourite
I'm almost certain it's the
destination today.
stadium.
Before we set off, we
Almost-
would like to share some
almost
information
certain.
about the journey. The wearing of seatbelts is compulsory on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire journey. In the seat pocket in front of you, you will find our information card containing further safety instructions and details of our snacks and beverages. There's a restroom located in
It
the
doesn't
rear
look
boarding
like
area.
I can turn right
If you would
here.
like to browse the internet free of charge, simply log on to our onboard Wi-Fi network. If your battery runs out, no problem. Many of our seats are equipped with power outlets which are marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many
So I need to go
exclusive
left
online
here, I think.
discounts. For more
I think that's
information,
what's going on.
simply visit FlixBus.com or get in touch
It's
with
a bit
us
difficult
on
to
Facebook.
tell, isn't it?
Of course, we're always
But yeah, I
striving
think we
to
turn
improve
left
our
here,
service. Please use the questionnaire we
and
sent
then
you
that
by
will
email
spin
to
us
give
round and put us
feedback
onto the
about your
motorway,
journey.
heading
You can
towards
also use
München.
this
I
to
think
share your suggestions,
I'm
ideas,
right
and
in
requests.
saying that.
We are always ready to assist. And now, we can finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with FlixBus.
Of course they're going to have a relaxing journey. You got Sim UK at the helm. Everybody put your seatbelts on and hold on tight. I imagine the feedback system is also going to be enhanced as part of the Bundesliga DLC. So should you forget to play the announcement and people don't put their seatbelts on, I suspect your boss would be rather less than happy if you keep getting fined by the Polizia. I don't know, that's a speculation, just seems to make sense. TML are pretty logical, I think, in their approach to things, so it would make sense to me that they do something like that. So yeah, right, there were loads of things I didn't get to mention in the first part of this video. So you've got company management, you've got stocking up the drinks in the bus, you've got keeping the bus clean, you've got maintenance for the bus, so fixing broken parts and making sure that, you know, tyres are changed or whatever. I don't know exactly how that's going to be implemented. You've got the management feature where you've got a boss, you've got the team to keep happy, and you're going to have to check fuel prices so that you're getting a decent price on fuel. Excuse me, I apologise, that's all the lemonade I'm drinking. You're going to have to pick hotels. There's going to be hotels popping up all over the place. You have to check the prices there to make sure you're getting a good deal. I don't know if this is like, maybe there'll be another interface where you plan all this in advance rather than you know, just turn up and drive around looking for somewhere. That would be a bit daft. Clearly the most logical way of doing it is to plan your route before you even leave the stadium. You're going to have all the stadiums. I'm absolutely almost certain that that's going to happen, and we're just going to go check now and see if there is a stadium to speak of at the moment. What else do we have? We have we're going to have repaints for each of the teams. I'm not sure if the community will be involved in that or whether TML will be making the repaints themselves. I rather suspect that TML will be making them, but maybe they'll be limited as to what they can do, whereas we as the community will be able to make more authentic repaints. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go down, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, it's all going to really open up the possibilities for Fernbus even more, which can only be a good thing. It's going to be a music station. I mentioned that before. I think they said something like 70 right, we're going straight. Where are we going? Let me just check. Yeah, we're just going straight over. Yes, there's going to be a music station with fully licensed music, so you can listen to it and theoretically listen to it whilst making YouTube videos. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be the case or not. Maybe that's something I need to look into at a later date. But in addition to that bit of greenery and the motorway there just made me think of this. Modding tools are literally, by the time you watch this video, they'll be out. They'll be available for anybody to grab a hold of and start modding maps and making new content. In addition to that, TML have confirmed that they have already pre-laid the foundations for multiple countries. So the lay of the land, or you know how. I thought the road was going to merge then. How what's the word I'm thinking of? God, I wish you guys could help me out. The sea level. Oh, what's going on here? That was a bit abrupt. It's because there is no further map down there. Well, there is, but you're restricted from driving on it. So yeah, I mean, all the land will be at the correct altitude, I guess is what I'm trying to say, which is pretty awesome. And obviously we've got a whole host of DLC stuff coming. Oh yeah, I just remembered what I didn't mention, just curbed up there. Just remembered what I didn't mention in the last video, and that's the German island of, what's it called? Usedon? Is it? Now that's not somewhere I am familiar with, but the screenshots look incredibly nice. I'm not sure how big that DLC is going to be, or how big that map is going to be, but it'd be jolly nice to just have that extra free bit for Fernbus, and I'm sure it will be built using the most up-to-date and most recent foliage and road signs, and you know, who knows what else. Yeah, I saw in the screenshot there were like some like caravans and tents and things like that. Now I'm not sure. It's almost, why is that sign floating in the air like that? It's almost like they're prepping and preparing for an economy system whereby you take people to campsites and the like. Now I've just quickly, hello logo, just quickly want to stop here, bring up the map so I can figure out where that extra little bit is and how I'm going to get there. So I'm going to go right, left, right, and you can see that that road doesn't meet up, so we're going to have to find somewhere along here where we can see. I think we're going to go right, left, right, no problem. Obviously I'm conscious that this is not the destination we're actually heading to, so I don't want to spend too much time here. Although I would like the lights to flipping change. I think 25% traffic is way too low. I'm going to have to put that back up. I know it's 2:53 in the morning. 2:53 in the morning? No, it's 11 o'clock at night. So we're 4 minutes behind schedule at the moment. Come on, lights. Hello, logo. Finally, goodness sake. We're doing an unauthorised, unofficial detour here. I do hope you realise that, lights. Kind of need your participation in changing quickly so that I don't get stuck here for too long. Now I've been to München before, very, very early on in the game's introduction. In fact, when I built the Bayern Munich, I nearly remembered the name of the ground then, very nearly. Hello, logo. Can we see it yet? Can't see anything yet. Yeah, I came here. I mean, it was a long time ago. I'll see if I can find the link for the video, but one of the first videos I made was I did a theoretical journey using my Bayern Munich repaint to take the football team to a football match. In fact, no, yes, I took them from Bayern to Munich, or München, or whatever, I don't know, I can't remember, I get a bit confused. Right, hang on, where are we? Where are we in terms of what I believe to be the football pitch? Right, we're turning right here, guys. Hello, logo. Now, I went through a red light there technically, but there's nobody around, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Plus, we're in a bit of a rush to get over here. Oh. Now, something was definitely changing colours over here. Definitely. I mean, unequivocally, there was colour changing going on. The lights are in our favour at the moment. Now, it could just be the cathedral over here. It could be that. Oh, wow, the lights are really in our favour right now. It's kind of over there. Ish. Hello, logo. Oh, look at that, I went the wrong way. How silly of me. I'm not going to be able to see it, am I? It's going to be a total waste of a journey. Oh, no. It is letting us... It's not going to let us down there, you scumbag. Can you see anything? Damn it, I'm sorry guys, I thought we might be able to see something. I was really hoping we'd be able to see something. Okay, so the quickest way out of here I think is up there and off. And we'll just head that way and just see if we can see something as we're driving along. I think that's about the best I can do. Oh my god! Thank you for giving us enough space to get out. Right, okay. Well, back on with the journey then. Do our best not to be late for our wonderful passengers. Could do with some assistance though on the old traffic lights. Just trying to see if you can catch a glimpse of anything over there. Certainly from this angle I can't see anything too conclusive. Hello, logo. Maybe there's a sort of a gap in the trees or something that will allow us to see what's going on over there. It'd be nice if there is. No great problem if there isn't, to be honest. Hello! Can you see that? The sneaky blighters. They've snuck one in. The cheeky, sneaky blighters. Look at that. Well, that makes me happy. That confirms to me that we're going to see all of the grounds being built. I wish I could get over there. Do you know, I think there might be a way through. I might be able to wiggle my way over there, but because we're doing this, because we're doing the tour, because we're doing the southeastern Germany tour, and I don't want to ruin that. I'm not gonna try and force my way over there, but that definitely looks like their stadium there. Unequivocally, I'd say. Weirdly excited about that, sorry. A lot of frogs around here. Must be European football night. Champions League. Come on, light up. That is awesome. That is awesome. I'm really tempted to go and see all the stadiums now. I can make a really cool video out of that. Just going to each of the grounds. Sneaking my way in. I need to take a break. Are you kidding me? Why do I need to take a break? I just took a break. Damn. So we're going to arrive at 2:53. What time are we meant to be there? Oh no, that's what time we are meant to be there. 2:53, and it's midnight now, so we're on track. We're on schedule, I think. We're still going to get there on time. I'm so glad we got a glimpse of that, though, because it's quite a big detour to take for no visual sort of reward. Come on!
Wieso machen wir eigentlich keine Pause?
I'm going to get moaned at constantly, aren't I? I think we might stop at the services and take a break. If there's an option to do so. Just to keep these moaning minis happy. Oh, look, there she is. I'm thinking screenshots right now. Come on, light up. Okay, groovy. Well, it's there. I've confirmed it to be true. That's made me happy. An even better view over here, look. That is cool, isn't it? Wow. Things to come, guys. Things to come. Okay, I need to take a break. I get it. I am listening to you. I need a swig of lemonade now. Now, if I was a super cool YouTuber, I'd hook up a button that allows me to turn my head tracking off when I want to take a drink, so that it retains this focus whilst I'm taking a drink. That way I can see where I'm going and you guys don't have to look at my crotch. Do you know what I mean? Or look at the sky.
Wann kommt der nächste Rastplatz?
Very soon, sir. Very soon, as soon as we find somewhere. So, yes, what else is coming, guys? Music, I've said that. AI overhaul, I've mentioned that. I think that's part of CBS Berlin, and it's probably just going to be ported straight in. I did think it was odd that there were no sort of improvements being applied to the AI for over the last few months, but now it makes sense. They're going to completely strip it out and replace it with something new, which is pretty much what ETS did. ETS2 did quite some time ago. I remember distinctly the new AI was implemented, and it was a dramatic and significant improvement. So let's hope that Fernbus Coach Simulator has that same level of enhancement, or maybe even a better enhancement. ETS2 traffic is very well behaved, but almost to the point where it's too well behaved at times. But that's just me, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not mocking or condescending ETS2. Incidentally, guys, I do have an ETS2 video series that's up at the moment. If you haven't checked that out, please do go take a look. Basically, I do an entire week of in-game driving in a single session, which works out to be about somewhere between 4 and 8 hours, depending on a whole host of different things. So yeah, go check that out if you can. So we need to be in this lane according to this. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. No, this lane is now closed. So we need to be in this lane. Well, this is quite cool. I'm speeding.
Ich würde gerne mal eine Zigarette rauchen.
Speeding, and we need to take a break. Okay, there's a break coming up. So we're going to take a quick break here, guys, which might make us late. I mean, we've still got nearly 3 hours, well, 2.5 hours to get to our destination. I think that's enough time. So a little break here shouldn't break the bank. And of course, you know, we took that awesome little detour. Bit of bonus footage there for everybody to enjoy. And of course, this is the last stop of the southeastern tour of Germany.
Können Sie mal eine Pause einlegen?
Yes, I'm going to make a rest. Goodness me, Moni Mini. Now, it looks to me on the GPS as if both of those parking locations are on the right-hand side over there. So, oh no, it's okay. I love how the GPS zooms in as you get closer, as you slow down, which is brilliant. Brilliant implementation. Bravo, TML. That's a suggestion I didn't think of. I don't know who came up with that idea, but well done you. Really like that. That is brilliant. Okay, so we don't need fuel. We do need a brake, so just need to look out for a brake area. Looks like it's coming up here on the right. It would be nice if this was changed as well, so that you could park anywhere instead of being forced into just one spot. I mean, this works okay. It's not too bad, is it? Right. Handbrake on. Out of gear. Engine off. Doors open. And let's take a quick break.
Ich krieg hier noch eine Thrombose.
Okay, guys. So, break is over. Right. Oh, I see. I can't close the door until I've checked the passengers. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Right. 1. Is that going to keep popping up? Because that's going to be really annoying if it is. 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyone in the front seats here? Nope. Okay, let's go up. Six. 7, 8, 9, 10. This is much better, by the way. This sort of targeting system works really well, and it looks pretty cool. You know, it's nicely done. Good bit of polish to it. Right, is that everybody? Yes. Right, let's carry on, boys and girls. Let's woo! Let's get to our destination. Just curious whether you can open the doors or anything yet. Nope, not yet. Not yet, boys and girls, not yet. Okay, engine on. Handbrake off, into gear. Maybe I should shut the door. And now we can go. I'll leave full beam on so I can actually see where I'm going. So guys, this is it. This is the final stretch now. Straight down to Konstanz, and this shouldn't take too long really, theoretically. I have got incidents up to maximum, so I'm just hoping and praying that we don't get blocked, because that would really irritate me a lot. So yeah, I'm pretty tempted to go and look at some other cities and see if there's some football stadiums hidden away there. In fact, you might be able to tell on the map, possibly. Or I might just, do you know what, I'm really tempted just to go free drive and go back to München and just go off-road and just take a look and see what's there. I think that would be pretty cool. I might do that actually, just put that up as a snippety blick. God, I'm tired. A snippet of what's to come. Goodness me, that was so difficult to say. I'm exhausted. It's half term, guys. My beautiful little girl, who I love and adore without question, is at like a holiday playgroup today, all day. So good luck to them. And I'm sure she's having a fantastic time. But what it does do is just give her mother and me a bit of quiet time, which is important because you know, I have videos that I want to make for you guys, and it's difficult to do that sometimes, you know, when she needs attention or what have you, or assistance with certain things. And my other half is actually pretty ill at the moment. My daughter's been ill for the last few weeks with like a chest infection type thing, so she's been out of sorts anyway, which makes things that little bit more difficult. If you've got young children or young brothers and sisters, you no doubt know exactly what I mean by that. So yeah, it's good for the wife to have a bit of a quiet spell so that she can recharge her batteries, and obviously gives me a chance to make a few videos so that I don't have to be distracted in the evening when she's about either, which means I can help out and take the burden off the wife a tad, as it were. Wow. One of the things I'd like to do with the modding tools is, and I mean, it's a painstaking, thankless process, but when roads merge, generally, in fact, you know, almost every time I think is the case, there will be a sign alerting you to the fact that that is going to happen. Now the problem is that those signs are literally in the same place as the thing that's going to happen, so you don't have enough preparation time to cope with it. Now where I've got my traffic set really low, that's not so much an issue because there's nobody else around to slam into most of the time, but I don't really like this. I'd rather have the traffic. So I mean, it would be nice if maybe as a community, I'm not sure how feasible it is, maybe there's a way of sharing a mod so that everybody can sort of contribute to it. I don't know if that's the case or not. That's something we'll have to look at and work on in the future, I guess. Theoretically, that could be possible. You know, so I mean, if I did one city and we just need 40 other people to log in and do the remaining cities. Actually, I think there's about 50 odd. But, you know, you get the idea, you get the general idea. it would take an awfully long time to go and find all of the parts of the map where roads merge from 3 to 2 or whatever the situation is, and to add extra signs. It would take you an awfully long time. Wow, we are right on the edge of our balance there. I think I should have slowed down a bit. I got away with that. I have tipped this bus a few times. It wouldn't be the first time. And as well, actually, you know, with all these updates that are coming, I suspect that if you did happen to roll your coach or have a significant accident, then you wouldn't be able to just reset. You would instead need to call like a recovery company or something to come and pick you up, come and protect your passengers, maybe even, you know, an ambulance or the police or a fire engine, who knows. The possibilities in this game really are almost unlimited, which is why part of the reason why I've constantly backed it. I came under quite a lot of flack from quite a few people who said that this game was load of trash, load of old rubbish, waste of money, blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff. Whoa, that is a sharp corner. On the whole, a vast majority of those people have not changed their opinions, but have certainly softened to the idea that Fernbus has a great potential. And this most recent announcement, I think, is a nice bit of confirmation that that is what is going to happen. That that these features are not only potentially capable of coming, but actually coming. And I'm really excited to get on the new maps. I'd love to do a drive from France right through to Austria. Wow, that would be superb. Or even France through to Switzerland, for that matter. But yeah, really looking forward to getting some epically long distance video footage. So yeah, actually, it just occurred to me, like I do on ETS2, where I play a week in game in one sitting, I could do the same thing for Fernbus as well, and then you'd get the effects of tiredness and distraction and euphoria in a Fernbus environment. I think that would work really well. At the moment, Fernbus doesn't have a weekly calendar or a calendar of any sort, so I'm not sure. I've heard no suggestion about that, but it would be really nice to have a calendar. I mean, technically, effectively, it does have a calendar, which, as of now, adheres itself to whatever time of day your computer says it is. So that sets the season up, that sets the weather up to a degree. So yeah, I mean, the foundations are there. God, imagine if I built a B road here that just took you over that little. Do you know what I mean? That would save you so much time. And this is the kind of thing that I want to start doing with the modding tools. What it might result in is that I do less driving videos. That's not to say I'm going to stop. I think the chances of me stopping are pretty slim. But because my schedule is so unbelievably chocker all of the time, I might have to substitute some driving time for some modding time, if that makes sense. And, you know, I mean, that wouldn't be forever, obviously, because as modding tools are released and things improve, then I would be less, I would be required to do less modding and then have more time for driving. But I think it would benefit the community, and I'm all about that. I really am all about that. And if it encourages you guys to get out there and start doing some mods too, then even better, because we'll get all these fantastic enhancements quicker than if we're just waiting for just me, for example. Plus, I mean, it's something pretty new to me, modding. Excuse me, I do apologise. It is something pretty new to me, so I am having to learn and sort of feel my way through it. Almost went the wrong way then. I am having to learn and feel my way through it, so at the moment it takes me, I mean, the tools themselves are fantastically easy to pick up and use, but there's still an awful lot of buttons and switches and configurations and settings and things you have to know and things that you have to do. And TML are bringing out some tutorials. I was toying with the idea of bringing out some tutorials, but I think, you know, if I'm being honest, I don't know enough yet, and which is why I'm sort of suggesting that I spend less time driving and making videos and more time learning the modding tools and creating some mods. I think that might be a wise and fair approach. I've got some really great ideas as well that I'd like to test out and see if I can do. See if I can make these little. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I have a few ideas up my sleeve that I'd like to implement in Fernbus, but that's all a long way off. It's all speculation, and hopefully it will amount to something and become a tangible thing. You know, I could potentially start making some videos on making mods. Maybe start a new series on that aspect of the game. There's a lot of avenues. I mean, I've known from the beginning, as soon as I spoke to the guys at TML and started hearing about how they feel about the game, and, you know, acknowledging that they made some mistakes and that weren't hiding behind any, you know, falsehoods, or it wasn't our fault, or, you know, get over it kind of. They just, yeah, took it on the chin. Absolutely, yes, we know these things need to be fixed, and these things need to be included, and these things need to be updated, and so on and so forth. I knew right from the start that this game was just going to be so good in time. Is it a year old now? I'm not even sure how old it is. I think it might be a year old now. I know the speedo is going to change in a minute, and I don't want any more speeding tickets. So yeah, within a year it's come on quite a lot, and I think people are starting to look at this game again and think, oh yeah, maybe now it's worth 27 quid or whatever the price is these days. Certainly, I mean, I've seen it in the sales. I've seen it for like £20, and I think for 20 quid you're going to be getting an absolute bargain. So my recommendation to you guys is, if you're thinking about picking up Fernbus, you're teetering on the edge, and you've got 20 quid to spare, and it's on sale or whatever, I think that would be a wise investment. Wow, this is a cool city. I've never been here before. This is the first time. It looks pretty awesome to me. See if we can get some outsidey footage. What can we see here? I was hoping to see some more of that river, but I don't think we can from here. I think these buildings might get in the way. I'd like to see this camera updated as well. It does flick about a bit. Oh, crikey. Where's the middle? So this truly is, guys, the very last stop for the tour of southeast Germany, and all we've got left now is Eastern Germany, which I'll try and I'll try and get that ticked off as quick as I can, so that when the new DLC stuff comes out, we've completed Germany just in time for the next map and the next challenge, the next series, the next epic load of content. We are way on time, aren't we? We've arrived at 2:43, 10 minutes early, with that massive detour. Well done us.
Da kann sich die Bahn echt mal ein Beispiel nehmen.
The railway should take a leaf out of our book, he says, taking his eye off the road and crashing into something. God damn! We actually got a compliment and then I ruined it by crashing. Okay guys, so thank you for joining me for this video, and hopefully you've been around and enjoyed the entire tour. There's been a lot of ups and downs and intrigue and a few giggles along the way, some interesting stuff I hope. Why doesn't this door ever open? Have I locked it? There we go. You can all go now, ladies and gentlemen. Or you can all just stand there, that's fine. That works for me too. So yeah, I think that's it. That is it, guys. We have arrived at Konstanz 10 minutes before we are due. I mean, how spot on is that? Let's see how we did. I'd like to move up the rankings board. I mean, I put a lot of time and effort into this game. I cannot understand why I'm ranked so low, but let's hope. Let's hope. Why do I get -1 for refueling? It's like that's a bad thing. 944 XP, that's a decent whack. That is a decent whack for the first time ever. I can't understand why I got -1 for that. Anyway, 47 to 47, I mean, that's ridiculous because we had way more passengers than that. Hopefully all of this is going to be fixed as well so that it actually works properly. I sold 9 tickets, maybe that's believable, I'm not sure. Stops completed, 2 out of 7. What the hell does that mean? Contact with Central, 5 out of 6. I did forget on that very last one. So annoyed with that. Resting quality, -100. What? That cost me 100 XP. Presumably that's quality of drive. I was probably a bit too aggressive with the brakes and things. Scheduled arrival, 7 of 7, so we weren't late for anything. Departure, 5 of 6. We departed late on one, did we? Yes, we did. Yeah, we were 20 minutes late, that's true. Aircon, 96%. Announcements played, 6 out of 6. First time you'll ever see that. Hang on, 6 out of 6, 7 arrivals. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Maintained driving time, 50%. Not really sure what that means. Maintained work time, failed. I don't know what that means. Property damage, -2. Pedestrians injured, 0. I don't think you can injure pedestrians at the moment. Maybe that's something that's coming. 1 accident, 1 speeding ticket, 97.3% on the road. Braking misbehaviour, yeah. Steering misbehaviour, yeah. Speeding limits maintained, 99%. That is really good. Safety distance broken, none. That's because there's no traffic, I guess. Okay. Well, that's it, guys. That's the end of the South East German tour. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Let's just see if that boosts my rank at all. I'm not expecting to jump up the top. I've only got 3,000. No, I've got 9,000 XP.